Hi, this is Jared.
And this is Eli.
And this is JetsChat. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the fiasco, the Jets versus the Patriots. We'll talk a little bit about that, and then we'll move on to the next game of Denver. We'll talk about that future fiasco. So let me just say, obviously, we all know Zach Wilson looked pretty bad. I mean, and that's probably an understatement. He looked like he shouldn't be wearing an NFL uniform that last game. I was thinking about it. At first, I just would say, Eli knows when I first, with the game, I was fuming. I was like, oh my God, here we go again. We drafted another bomb. It just keeps on happening to us every single time. In fact, I was reading a
overreaction.
Yes. So, I'm allowed to overreact. I think every Jets fan was overreacting. So I think it's funny because it was an interesting statistic. The top 5 drafted quarterbacks out of the top 5 drafted who had 4 interceptions or more, they were Wilson, Darnold, and Sanchez. And then there was some other one. It's like we have 3 out of the 4, which is a horrible stat. But I digress. So I was thinking about it. I was talking to him, just right before this. I was thinking, I think the biggest problem is when I was looking at this is I think it has to do with Salah and LaFleur. And, because I was watching, I think what happened was, and here's my theory, is during preseason, he looked really good against second and third stringers, people who are not in the NFL right now, right? And so he looked good doing these big passes and all this type. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's a rookie quarterback from a small school from BYU. You see the difference between what Bill Belichick did and what they did? He's looking downfield. What is he doing? He's a rookie quarterback, do screens, short passes. He's looking all the way downfield like he's a professional Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady. Maybe he may end up being like that, right? But that's experience. You start him out slow, short passes, easy open passes. Don't start. He's going down the field. And so he just doesn't have the experience. And now he's playing against a team, right? He's playing against the Patriots, a good defensive team, and not second and third stringers. And he got killed. So I'm hoping that we'll see. Obviously, we'll talk about Denver's, the number 1 defense, which is not going to be good. I'm hoping that they play a lot more conservative with him and realize that he is a rookie quarterback and he can't be doing what he was just doing.
No. I'll say this again. I said this in our post-game review, which if you haven't watched yet, go check it out. I will link it up there.
I wasn't there.
No, it was just me.
So it's only half as good.
But what I said, and which I still will say again, Mike LaFleur called a horrible game plan, and he honestly did a horrible game plan against the Panthers as well in Week 1, and I've been very disappointed with him. I think he's really not playing to Zach Wilson's not necessarily strengths, but they're not playing to what a rookie quarterback should know. I'm watching them do all these deep routes and all these complex stuff that you should not be asking a quarterback who just came out of BYU, who is playing his 100th snap in the NFL to do. Multiple of the plays just did not make sense. I could go through each pick. For example, the first one, that was a horrible schemed play call. That you're asking Zach Wilson to make a 15-yard pass first play of the game against New England secondary, which is arguably a top 5 secondary.
And the second interception, Moore was open right in front of him. What is he doing? More, right? He was. If you looked at that play, no.
I disagree.
No,
with
he
that.
was. No, in fact, I remember.
Yes, Moore was open.
He could have did a 5-yard dump off, and Moore could have ran another 2 or 3 yards.
Gone.
He would have had 8 to 10 yards. First, trying to go for 15 yards in traffic, running with him, going all the way. Corey Davis going kind of out of bounds.
I disagree. That's what I thought in the beginning. If you watch it again from different angles, it was 100% open. What the problem was, he put it too high.
He was running to the right. Right, he's running. He's trying to get a Corey Davis who's running to the right too, with a defender and a defender and a defender. That's not an easy. Listen, if
it's a design play, it's a bootleg. Can I finish? Go
ahead.
Okay, so Corey Davis was open. He put it a bit too high. It was still in a catchable area though. Corey Davis, it went right through Corey Davis' hands. Corey Davis should have came down with that. You're not paying him $13.5 million a year for drops like that. But it was the right decision.
No, it wasn't the wrong decision.
Corey Davis was open.
No, It was the wrong decision. Absolutely. It was a wrong decision. I disagree with you 100%.
It was the right
wrong
decision.
It was a greedy, unnecessary.
It was a bad ball placement, and it was a bad catch by Corey Davis.
Yeah, and he's also running, trying to get that ball placement, right? He's running to the right.
That's a bootleg. That's the design play. That's Michael LaFleur's fault, not Zach Wilson's fault.
But he has a guy open right in front of him. Right in front of him.
Corey Davis was open.
He wasn't that open.
Okay, after this podcast, I'm going to rewatch.
He wasn't that open. No.
Yes, he was.
And how about the third interception?
The third interception, he took way too long to throw an out route. I mean, you can't take that long. He threw it way too late. When you throw an out route way too late, it gets picked off.
And how about the fourth one?
I don't know what happened there.
I think it was just seeing ghosts.
It was
that kind of like, I think he was just you get demoralized. I don't care how. Listen, I don't care what they say and how confident he is, and it hurts anybody. You have to start piling up those receptors. You start panicking, and I'm telling you, I don't care what anybody says.
One thing I did like about it though, if you looked, if you rewatch some of the plays from Darnold's 4-pick game, right? Mm-hmm. When he's thrown more picks, he becomes way more timid after that. He kind of goes gun shy and he becomes way more conservative. Even though Wilson's threw a pick, he's still being aggressive. He doesn't lose that mentality.
There's smart aggressive and there's stupid aggressive.
And there's bad play calling, which there was bad play calling.
I am not saying, I just told you in the very beginning of the podcast, I said it was bad play calling. And also the way it's designed, they think he's Aaron Rodgers. They think they have Aaron Rodgers there, and they don't have Aaron Rodgers. Maybe they might, in a couple of years from now, maybe they might, or maybe he might be a bust. We don't know yet. But right now, you got to play him like a rookie quarterback, not an Aaron Rodgers. And I think they kind of, I'm hoping this is an awakening. Although the problem is let's segue into Denver because we can beat this game up unbelievable. I mean, listen, it was just defensively, they looked really good. I mean, defensively kept them in the game. I think everybody else played pretty well. The offensive line, I mean, he was moving out of the pocket and moving when he really shouldn't have. Like the offensive line was protecting him pretty well. But
no, he wasn't.
Yeah, there was. In fact, multiple people. I've listened to multiple podcasts.
He was not panicking. He out of the pocket. He was staying in the pocket. He was making bad decisions.
He was also off throws. His feet weren't straight a lot of times. But anyway, we're gonna digress. So whatever. So the point is let's move on to Denver.
Yes.
I think we both think they're gonna lose. I've given up now. I gave it my positive the first 2 weeks. I felt good about Carolina.
I don't know if I've said this on a podcast, but every year it's before the year they are going to win the Super Bowl.
No. Every year, no. I didn't say they're going to get in the playoffs this year.
Every year they're close to the playoff team. They're 10-win team.
No, I said 8 to 9 wins. That's what I said this year.
And then wait, I'm not done. And then after week 2, or honestly sometimes week 1, it varies. This took an extra week. It goes 0-17, 0-16. We suck, and that's how it changes.
Listen, I'm a Jets fan. That's why we're doing this. And you know what? Before the season, I don't care. I'll be a dreamer. Because if I don't dream, what the hell? What's the point of watching them, right? If I literally think that they're literally going to go, 2-15 every season, then why are we even watching? So I'm gonna hope and dream, and then reality hits, and then okay. I mean, I still think they'll probably win like 4 or 5, but I mean, we'll see how he looks. I'm
it's a rookie coaching staff or a rookie quarterback.
So we'll see.
There's growing pains.
So now they got Denver.
Yeah, I do want to talk about one thing before we go to Denver, though.
Go ahead.
And that is Saleh and Ulbrich coaching this defense.
I just said I said they were defensively. They coached well.
I'm going to go more into it.
Oh, he's going to go more into it. Okay.
They have done a fantastic job coaching the Jets defense. This defense, on paper, is atrocious. Let's be real. They lost their best player in Carl Lawson. They lost Vinny Curry, who's probably their second edge rusher.
What about Quentin Williams?
He was there. He did not play well, but he was there. He's there.
That's not the best player?
No, he played pretty bad the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, but you said they lost their best player. I think Quentin Williams.
No. Carl Lawson is a better player than Quentin Williams.
Okay. So go ahead. We disagree, but okay.
Anyways, you want to disagree with the stats? Quentin has been ineffective for the past 2 weeks. I've been very disappointed in Quentin.
I'm not saying this past 2 weeks he's been good, but you said the best player. But okay, we'll digress.
Anyways,
let's stay focused.
They have no linebackers outside of C.J. Mosley. Their corners are full of 6th and 7th round picks and undrafted free agents. That one of their safeties was a player who's never played, who's never started a game in NFL his career. And right now they are a top 10 defense. They're the 10th ranked defense in the NFL, which is very impressive for how bad that roster is. Saleh and Ulbrich are coaching them fantastically. And that's what Saleh did with the 49ers last year. They had no one. Everyone got injured, and he coached them up to be a top 5 defense. I think you're seeing the flashes of why Saleh can be a great coach. I think he needs to work on his offensive game plans, and I think he needs to do that. I think he needs to take a bit more control over that and not leave it all to Mike LaFleur, which I think is what he's doing. And Mike LaFleur has literally never even been an offensive coordinator before, let alone making an entire offensive game plan and all that stuff. So I think he needs to take over that a bit more. But defensively, this team's been great.
Yeah, I think this game is a rude awakening for what they have in Zach Wilson. I think this game is definitely one of those aha moments where you're like, wait.
It's a necessary mistake.
Yes, like I think they're going to sit down. I think today and yesterday they sat down and said, "We got a rookie. We can't do what we're doing. He cannot handle this." And next week, let's go into Denver. Oy vey.
So let's look at the matchup, right? Denver has been playing pretty well. Their defense is a top 3 defense right now. They have corners galore. Great pass rush, great linebackers. Denver's just a really good team. They don't really have a quarterback though. I'm not gonna say Bridgewater. Bridgewater's been doing the job that they've been asking him to do. They've just been asking him to not lose games for them. He's just being a game manager, and that's all they need, really. Honestly, yeah. Their offense has been great. Because what's Denver's game plan? Listen, our team is great. Let's just let our defense hold the other team to nothing, and then we will run the ball and just get a few points to win the game. And it is working. They are 2-0. To be fair, they have played 2 horrible teams.
And this is going to be the third.
Yeah, so they have a really easy schedule to start up.
And so also we got to look. So number one, it's in Denver, Mile High Stadium, which is always hard for teams because there's not a lot of oxygen there, right? So
it's a high altitude.
Yeah. So it's just a hard stadium for the guest team to actually play in. So that in general puts them behind. And then I don't even know how they're going to score. We're going to see. It'll be very interesting if they change their offensive game plan because, I mean, this is what do you think they're just going to get? You think they can get 14 points?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
More than that?
No.
What do you think Denver's going to get?
I'll say 21-24. I'll say 24-14 final score. I
think even like 27. We'll see. It'll be the defense.
Denver's offense is not good, honestly.
I know.
Actually, no. On paper, it's a very good offense, but they don't have a quarterback to really take command. And I'm not trying. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater's been great at his role, which is a minimal role. He's been great at it. But let's not pretend that Teddy Bridgewater is a top 10 quarterback, okay? If they had like not even a Patrick Mahomes, because that's just saying something. If they had like a Stafford, they could be insanely deadly. Yeah. Because their team is so good. They just have that missing piece in quarterback.
Maybe they won't Wilson.
What?
I got a rookie for you. You want to trade? No. As I said, I'm joking. I mean, no, I can tease. I'm allowed to tease. He had 4 interceptions. I'm allowed to joke around. So I'm still rooting for him, but I'm still I can have fun with it because that's all I got, right? I mean, that's all we got is to laugh about it. So I don't want to trade him. I think he's going to be a very good quarterback, or he could be a really bad quarterback. The way they are, and the Jets, it just frustrates me. I mean, and I was complaining with you. Another thing, just a little side note, because listen, we know I think that Denver. I don't think it's going to be much of a game personally. I think Denver is going to just kill them. I just don't think he can. But, and what upsets me is like, why don't we have a quality backup quarterback? We can't even pull him. Like, if he looks bad, like obviously, I don't think he's ready. I think he needs to sit for a couple of games and kind of learn. I don't think he's ready. And we have nobody. Like, why didn't we get anybody? And, obviously before this, everybody was saying we should get somebody. I mean,
They're way too confident in
they're putting all their apples on this rookie quarterback without no backup.
If he goes down to that offensive line too,
or if he flops, you can't even take him out to let him settle down a little bit. As a rookie, like it might be just overwhelming. And I don't care how confident he acts, it can be overwhelming. But you can't pull him, right? There's nobody to pull him for.
Mike White, you're really going to put Mike White over him?
So you can't even pull him. So it's going to be a problem. And you're putting all your apples on this. As I said, Joe Douglas is putting all his apples on Wilson. If Wilson bombs, Joe Douglas is bye-bye.
But I just saw this while looking up the Jets defense and statistics. The number 1 ranked defense right now is Carolina, and the tied for number 2 ranked defense is New England Patriots.
Yeah.
So the Jets have been going at a really tough defenses.
Absolutely. And it's tough. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. So he went from he looking really good against second and third stringers to now he played 2 teams with top 2 defenses.
And now he's going to play Denver, who's the 5th ranked defense.
So to be fair to him, and that's what I'm saying. So, but that's the job. And here's the thing. But that's the job of the coaches to understand that he's a rookie and this is not second and third stringers. And as I said, maybe this is a wake-up call. I mean, the first game, he looked a little rough in the first half. Then he kind of settled down in the second half. So maybe they said, okay, the first half was just him getting, jitters. And so the second half, now he played better. Now we're good. And I think this game kind of said, no.
He's a rookie.
He's a rookie. He's not. Look how they played Mac Jones. I mean, just, obviously Bill Belichick is, the greatest coach, right? I mean, but he just played him correctly as a rookie. Short passes, confident, get his confidence.
Yes.
And even some of all those passes that he was doing, he should be doing like 3 or 4 of those a game. Not every single pass,
Well, in the modern NFL, more
in the very beginning. In the very beginning.
He that's not what he should be doing. I do want a brief side note that we play Atlanta week 4. So, and that's going to be a break for them. They have the 32nd ranked defense. They are the worst defense in the NFL. So that is you're looking to week 4. I think this week.
No, we play Titans.
No, we play Atlanta week 4.
October 3rd, Titans. October 10th, Falcons.
Oh, so then week 5, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I misspoke. But the Titans have the 29th ranked defense.
So that might help.
We have and then who do we? Then we play New England. Then we play Cincinnati, who also has never mind. Cincinnati's at 10th ranked right now.
Yeah, and then we have the Colts.
The Colts are 23rd ranked right now.
Well, I mean, obviously things were kind of things are going to balance themselves out. So we don't know. I mean, Carolina might end up having the 15th by the end of the season. Things are going to kind of balance themselves out throughout the season.
Well, we have a nice 2-game break for Zach Wilson after we just need one more week, and then we can see what Zach Wilson can do a bit. Because I think I don't have he's a rookie going against 3 top 5 defenses. I don't have super high expectations. I don't expect him to throw 4 picks. I think that's way below my expectations for him, and I think he needs to do much better than that. But I don't expect him to throw for 4 touchdowns and 400 passing yards, etc.
Yeah.
So I do think it's nice, especially when you're young. It's better to go up against some worse defenses, so you can kind of learn your way around the offense a bit, and then it helps you practice for the rough defenses. So I do think it's good for Zach Wilson's development to play those 2 teams early in his career.
Sounds good. Anything else you want to talk about? There's
No.
only so much to talk about the Jets. That's the problem. It's tough starting at this podcast, with the Jets like how they are. We did it. We had a podcast a little bit last year. It was a little different podcast, but we were kind of mixing it up a little bit. We decided to just talk about the Jets, but the problem is when they stink, there's only so much you could talk about. The problem is there's no excitement.
No.
So that's the problem. I'm just hoping that they just start to turn it around a little bit, and this is just kind of like we start to laugh at this maybe toward the end of the season, be like, oh, okay, whatever. It was just a rough little patch. If not, we're in trouble. We're in real trouble. But anyway, so we'll have the next week we're gonna have a lot of problems because we're gonna be very busy. I don't think we're gonna be able to get podcasts out next week.
No,
it's a big problem next week. But then after that, so next week, then we'll go back to our next week. We have some situation that we're not gonna be able to bang out these 2 podcasts on Sunday and Thursday. But then after that, we're gonna go back to our normal schedule of Sunday and Thursday.
Yes. So we will not be here for a week. All right, so we're gonna wrap up this podcast. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any opinions on what we say, whether you agree with us, disagree with us, have any suggestions for us, don't forget to comment that below. Right? I'll answer to it. I'll respond.
So anyway.
So
this is Jarrett.
And this is Eli.
And this is Jets Chat.